Under the same moon, we share the love, embracing the differences like hand in glove. Spreading peace and joy, it's a beautiful sight. Together we shine in each other's light. And why do we stand in love's pure might? Watching the world sharing love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. Colors of harmony painting the night. United we stand in love's pure might.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Watching the World. It's so nice to have you guys here tonight. It seems like we're having a technical difficulty here. At any rate, we are blessed to have with us tonight Mama Flip as we talk about some major issues happening in the world today, especially with the Donald Trump and the Epstein files. The files have not been totally released. So let's get right to it and bring on Mama Flip. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Quite well, not too bad. How was your day?
My day's doing good. Thank you for inviting me as usual.
All right. So what do you think about all the news that's happening with Donald Trump and the Epstein files not being fully released?
I'm actually not surprised at all. I don't know why anybody actually thought that it was going to be released. I mean, who actually, no, come on now. Who actually thought that Donald Trump was actually going to allow the release of these files, all the files? I mean, I don't even understand the possibility that anybody would think that it was even possible for him to do it. Obviously, now I have not seen the news because I've been very busy at work, but I'm just curious of how much information they are allowing to be out. And I want to know, how they're explaining and how my MAGA brothers and sisters are actually dealing with this, the situation right now. That's what I would like to know. I would love to know how my MAGA brothers and sisters are actually going to explain this occurrence, because it was them. I have to give the credit where the credit is due. It was the MAGA brothers and sisters that actually pushed for the Epstein files. Obviously, they thought that it was because only the Democrats was going to be in it. So they pushed for it. But now they find out that it's more than the Dems. So I'm just curious. How they dealing? How you guys doing? Are y'all gonna allow him to just not release the files, or are we gonna keep to our desire to make sure that the files released? That's what I would like to know.
Well, that's a very good question. I want to bring up this video here and show you what Todd Blanche had to say in regards to the Epstein files.
Okay, please.
The DOJ to make the Epstein files public after the president signed a law requiring those to be released. So in these files, are we going to learn any new information about Epstein and people that may have been associated with him?
So yes, so today is the 30 days where, and I expect that we're going to release several 100,000 documents today, and those documents will come in all different forms, photographs and other materials associated with all of the investigations into Mr. Epstein. And just so everybody appreciates, President Trump has said for years that he wants full transparency, and he wants the Department of Justice to release everything that we can with respect to this investigation and cases. And we saw during the Biden administration radio silence from the very Democrats that are screaming from congressional steps today that we haven't done enough. But guess what? President Trump signed that law 30 days ago, and we have been working tirelessly.
What do you think about the fact that he brings up Biden?
They keep bringing up Biden. Biden is not the president of the United States. I mean, even though I don't acknowledge Donald Trump as the president of the United States, the fact is that he is in the White House, and I do have some form of logic to accept the situation. Biden is living his best life, you know, with his wife. Hi, how are you, Stella? Living his best life with his wife and his children and his loved ones. He ain't paying attention to them. I hope he's not paying attention to them. So their constant need to continuously to bring in Biden is just cuckoo for cocoa puffs for me. I mean, like, y'all could stop now. Y'all got the White House. Like, when are you guys going to leave that poor man alone so he can live his blessed life? Like, let him be. Just let him go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just let him go. You know, we got to start singing that song from Frozen, right? Let it go. That's what we need. That needs to be whenever he talks about Biden. We need to make sure we play this song "Let It Go" from Frozen so he could get it. Maybe if he hears a kiddie song, he'll understand that he is now in charge. The House and the Senate is in charge, is being run by the Republican Party. They're in charge of everything. The rest of us poor people just living under their world and their guidelines. So I really would wish that they would leave my poor former president alone so that he could live his peaceful, wonderful life.
All right. Before he even answers the question, he's talking about Biden already. So let's get back to it here.
Since that day, to make sure that we get every single document that we have within the Department of Justice, review it and get it to the American public. Now, the most important thing that the Attorney General has talked about, that Director Patel has talked about, is that we protect victims. And so what we're doing is we are looking at every single piece of paper that we are going to produce, making sure that every victim, their name, their identity, their story, to the extent it needs to be protected, is completely protected. And so I expect that we're going to release more documents over the next couple of weeks. So today, several 100,000, and then over the next couple of weeks, I expect several 100,000 more. There's a lot of eyes looking at these, and we want to make sure that when we do produce the materials we're producing, that we're protecting every single victim. A judge in New York has required the U.S. Attorney in New York to also look at the materials to make sure that victims.
Does this seem like a delay tactic to you?
It's total bullshit. Total bull. Total bull. It's total bull. It's total bull. Like, you know, most of the victims are already, a good amount of the victims. Let me just be fair. Because he did, I'm sure that they heard several thousands people, underage people. And I mean, I would say girls. I want to be careful because we're on TikTok also. I'm sure they heard several thousands underage, under 18 people, right? Let's just say that. So I'm sure there's a lot of them that do not want to be dragged into this. They don't want the identity revealed, okay? But there are other survivors that's out there that has already revealed their names. They already know the story. They already know what's going on. And I believe if they keep pushing these survivors and they see that it's being delayed, they are going to come out and tell their story publicly on social media. I mean, in the news. They already started speaking. They already spoke to Congress. They already spoke to a couple of reporters. I think it's total BS. Now, my thing is, if you want to hide the victim names because, you know, there are laws in which you have to respect the victims and stuff like that and hide their name, I just want to know how many times they're going to hide Trump name. That's what I want to know. Because I want to know how many times they're going to try to hide Trump name and call him a victim. And you understand what I'm saying? So we'll see, but I think it's total BS. They are working so hard to cover up. And they lied. They so lied because it was like, don't worry about it. When we come into office, we're going to release everything. We're going to be transparent and everything. And then you have the deputy FBI just before the release want to resign and not work there anymore. Oh, it's just too much for me. I'm curious to see what my MAGA brothers and sisters think about this. Do they believe that they're being fully transparent? Did they keep their promise to the American people? I just want to know what everybody else thinks, because as far as I know, it's all about some BS.
Okay, opening says, if I were a victim, I would allow full transparency for the greater good, but it's their right to be protected.
It's definitely their right to be protected. But also, what I found very interestingly, I found a really amazing clip that I actually wanted to share with you about how I feel that our YT MAGA women feel. It's from an old movie. I actually did a live. I wanted to share it with you so you could see, so you could tell me what you think, because I don't understand how people think, because you can't understand everybody, but I do think that some of the victims are probably MAGA themselves. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're probably Republican themselves, right?
Oh,
And
wow.
they feel that, and I feel so. And then that's why I want to show you this clip. And I think that they feel that people are using their story in order to destroy the leader that they love so much, Donald Trump, you know? And a lot of them also could be conservative religious people, which has forgiven Jeffrey Epstein and everything else that happened in their lives. And they're not willing to use their story to bring down this amazing administration that's doing everything they want to do. So I'm thinking that way. So there's possible, yes, victims that don't want to be revealed. Also, to be fair, because it's embarrassing. They never told their family. They never told their loved ones. They want to forget. There's a whole bunch of reasons why victims do not want to be out there. And then a lot of people don't even want to be called victims, want to be called survivors. So even though I'm being a little quirky when I talk about the MAGA brothers and sisters, it is a very serious issue because it's an issue with all survivors, right? We don't want our story to be used, right? For the wrong reasons. We don't want to be, some of us don't want to be looked at victims. We want to show that we're survivors. We overcome. We have a new life. We have families. We don't want to be dragged down by the dirt. So there's a lot of reasons. But when it comes to like the MAGA and the Republican, I think a lot of the people who did grow into this new world don't want this to be used to destroy an administration.
Okay, opening says, the thing is, victims could be out on a hit list.
It's possible also, you see, and this is why a lot of them is waiting for the report to be revealed. Because a lot of people said that, okay, all this time, the Democratic Party didn't push for it. A lot of the victims didn't come out. A lot of the victims didn't come out because they said it. Their family said it. Virginia brothers and sisters said it. Even the woman who helped write, and I don't know, apologies, the co-writer of her book, they're scared. A lot of these people are very influential, powerful, important people. They don't want to come out to tell their story until they see the receipts. You see, everything. One of the things that I learned about the Diddy trial is that, especially in my Black community, which I'm very disappointed, especially with my Black women, and that went against the survivors of the Diddy trial. Most of the people that I spoke to when I stood 10 toes in for the survivors, like, oh, they should have had videos, and they should have had receipts, and they should have had this saying they didn't want to do the free call, blah, blah, blah. Is the same thing. So these survivors, they're waiting for the receipts. They need the FBI report to come out so they could look and say, look, see, this is what happened. I have the receipt. I have the photos. I have the text messages. I have the messaging, because you guys are not going to believe us alone, because people don't believe women. You understand? They don't want to believe women. They want to believe the most powerful, richest person in the world. So that's why they're waiting. But I think if they continue to tick off the survivors, though, a lot of them going to come out and be like, I've had enough. You need to do this in order for me to get justice.
Okay, so let's finish up the video here. Let's check it out.
Information is protected.
So,
the judge in sorry.
Yeah, I only got 10 seconds left, Todd. But real quickly, since you guys are releasing these files, we shouldn't expect any charges to come out, any more charges, right?
Well, look, as the president directed, it's still being investigated, and I expect that will continue to happen. So we, as of today, there's no new charges coming, but we are investigating.
All right, Todd Blanche, thanks so much for joining the program.
Okay, do you know any more than you knew at first?
As far as from this video, no.
From Todd Blanche.
I didn't know. I've been waiting. Everybody been waiting. This is supposed to be the big Epstein release day. I didn't even check the news because I just was like, I said I'll wait till tomorrow to see if it actually get released because I was 100% sure there was going to be delay tactics. I was 100% sure. I wasn't even like, yeah, I wasn't even waiting for it. So now I just want to see when they release the file. I'll check it out tomorrow and see how much information they get out. But again, I just want to make sure that everybody understands. If Donald Trump is not in those files, that means they covered up. Because we already know the relationship of Donald Trump and Epstein for many, many, many years. So if his name is not there, then we know it's a cover up and some BS. So I just want to let everybody know.
Why do you think that we even see pushback from MAGA at this point when it comes to Donald Trump and the files?
I actually only the really conservative Donald Trump hardcore MAGA is actually fighting it. And they started fighting it because they realized that Donald Trump was fighting it. And now it's not as important because they know that the reason why Donald Trump is fighting it is because he's in the files. But I think there are a segment of MAGA that are trying to move away from the party and want to label themselves American first because that's the new thing right now. Oh, I love it. I love the rebranding, guys. You guys are doing it for Tea Party to MAGA to American First. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Y'all doing that. Y'all doing it. So anyway, the MAGA community is splitting into two. To America First and Republicans and then MAGA. So I think, because I think everybody's all together, all one, myself, just as me, because I haven't seen much of a difference. But I think that the real strong MAGA supporters that want to support Trump are like, okay, this is not important. You guys are pushing it. You're trying to destroy all the amazing work. Why do we care that this happened years ago? The guy unalived any which way. The other woman is in jail. Let's leave it alone. You understand what I'm saying? But I do think there's a key portion of the MAGA community that is now shifting a little bit, just a little bit away from Trump. It's like, look, we already started fighting for this, and we know the Democrats is in it. I must tell you, they also believe the Democrats because they saw Bubba name, they saw Bill Clinton, they saw Larry Summit, they saw some Democrats, so they're excited. They're like, okay, all right, they're going to prove us right because the whole thing is to prove the MAGA and the Republicans right that the Democrats are evil people that want to do away with children. You understand? Oh, I'm sorry, TikTok, that want to do some bad stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So if we could come up with the file and show all the Democrats, then they could look us in the face and say, I told you so. You see, the biggest thing about MAGA that I found, and God bless my brothers and sisters in the MAGA community, because I do love y'all. I'm learning so much about y'all. I swear to God, from 2016 to 2020, the person you're talking to now is completely different from the person I was in 2016 to 2020. Because I was very angry 2016 to 2020. But right now, I'm really beginning to study you guys and learning about people and personality and characteristics. So what I really love about my MAGA community is that they don't want to be wrong. They're going to stand 10 toes in. And because people are screaming at them, telling them that you're wrong, that Trump is horrific, and the taxes not going down, the groceries high, Christmas gift is high, and stuff like that. And you guys, we losing health care next year, even though Affordable Care Act is Obamacare. I'm sorry to tell y'all, it is the same thing. What they want at the end of the day is to look us all in the eye and said, we were right. Donald Trump is the answer to America's problem. So anything that's going to stop them doing that, they're going to try to stop. And that's including the Epstein file. But not all of them. Some of them, not all of them.
All right. I want to show you what this senator had to say in regards to the files being released.
Okay.
David and Geraldo. Disappointing that they haven't been able to release these documents on time in compliance with the law. While it's clear they're trying at the very least to meet the deadline, they should have been able to do more. And if they couldn't do it, they should have met with the survivors' lawyers or with the Oversight Committee or with Massey and me to explain why not. But at this point, what we need is a clear timeline of when the rest of the documents will be released and an explanation for why they did not release all of them today. If it is that they need more time to review everything for
It's almost like the song. It's the same old song,
It's the
right?
same old song, and I see it. I see somebody in the opening saying that they already released all the stuff that has already been public record. I mean, we have enough evidence out there. You understand what I'm saying? We have enough evidence out there to show exactly where it is. But the FBI is going to hold on to this. I promise you. I'll be very surprised if everything get released before the end of this administration. I think they're going to like drag it, and then if he runs again and he do a third term, because he's going to try to figure it out and run again, blessings, bless his heart, they're going to hold it until the man is unalive. They're going to do everything they can to make sure that this man is not revealed or the Republican Party until this man transitioned out of this world. That's the whole thing. But the thing is, the MAGA community, because they don't care about the Dems. You know, a lot of people keep talking about they trying to flip it. You know, my hardcore MAGA brothers is trying to flip it and say it's a Dem operation. The Dem is trying to use the Epstein file. The Dem wasn't the one that was looking at the Epstein files. We weren't. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The Dems was not looking at Epstein's file. The reason why the Dem came into, and that's the House and the Congress, is when they started to realize that MAGA is really serious about this. MAGA really wants the Epstein file. That's when the Democrats came on board. But now that we're aboard now, I want to make sure that MAGA continue to want the Epstein file, the truth of everybody. We don't care who's on the files. We just want it to be released. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I think they're going to hold it until the man unalive. Until the man transition out of this world. They're not going to release it. They're just not going to release too much information, to be honest with you. That's how I feel about it.
Okay, we'd like to ask everyone, please take a moment, hit the like button if you haven't, the thumbs up. And it's nice to have you guys here tonight. James says the approval ratings speak for themselves. Trump sucks. Dems suck worse.
Really? You see, this is how politics work. Let me tell you. Let me give you a little bit of information, James, because you may not understand how politics work. You see, it doesn't matter how much the Dems suck right now because they're not in control. You see, that's how things work. You understand? The White House is controlled by the Republican MAGA. House is controlled by the Republican MAGA. Senate is controlled by the Republican MAGA. The Supreme Court is controlled by the Republican and MAGA. So no matter what sucky thing you guys think of the Dem, we have no control. I mean, I don't even understand how you guys could even like make it into your mind. I don't understand how people could actually twist it, like kind of twist it to make it into something that it's not. You understand? How can you suck? They can't bring any bills. They can't vote. They can't bring anything to vote unless unless Mike Johnson do it. What control does the Democrats have? Please tell me. Please tell me what control Democrats have that they suck so much that they're destroying America when the Republicans is in charge of everything. I just don't even understand. I don't understand.
What about the people that say that Donald Trump has the best stock market right now and prices are going down, eggs are lower, gas is lower? What do you say for those folks?
No disrespect to y'all, but I'm going to tell you something that I was going to share a receipt. So we went tree shopping, right? We bought live trees. The live trees was about maybe $5 more. But you know what pissed me off?
What?
My family lost, and I don't know why they keep losing the bottom of the that holds the live trees that you put water in, the bottom of it. Every year for the past 3 years, they lost it. And this year I had to buy it again. It's rubber, solid rubber. Every year I paid $20 for a new one. You know how much it was this year? $40. $40. Double the price of last year. I mean, I could take out the receipt and show y'all if y'all want. The thing is, price is not down. We're not stupid. I mean, I don't like when people try to play with my intelligence. You understand what I'm saying? We're lucky so far that gas is around the same price. Sometimes gas get a little bit over $3, $3.50 and stuff like that. You know, I get the regular, so I always get the cheapest price. So we're lucky. If you go to Jersey, a little higher. So the gas price is a little bit when you go to the pump. But guess what? My gas bill, crazy. You know how much my bill is? And I make good money. I'm on the plan. You know the plan where they cut it in half. They cut it in half for 12 months, where my gas bill is only. I mean, we use gas. My gas increased maybe for 4 to 5 months, but I pay for 12 months in order to cut it in half. The gas bill is crazy. The light bill is insane. The grocery, people are complimenting him because the egg price are down. I still know people who buys 1 or 2 eggs at the deli, the side store stores. I forgot, is it bodegas?
Bodegas, yeah.
Yeah, they buy an egg 2 for $1. Stop playing with me with the prices. The price, we know the prices. Y'all don't. Let me tell you something. When it comes to me, let me just let y'all know. I know you guys love Trump. I get it. That's your boy. That's your heart. Y'all love him. Let's just keep it on that level. Don't try to make me think that I'm not an intelligent human being and living in America. I know the prices are high. The gas is high. The light is high. People are losing their Medicaid. Veterans, just the other day, they got rid of, 30,000 doctors from the VA? Stop playing with me. The job market is down. People can't find work. Oh, come on. Stop playing with me. So we already know he's doing a horrible job for America. Let's just move it on.
Mashonda says both parties are horrible and both have something to hide. That's the only reason these files weren't released earlier. They all have something to hide.
Not true. Not true at all. You see, a lot of people want to go back and they keep talking about, and I talk about this on my live, and I gotta release the lives. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just fixing my leg. I gotta release the live. I've done several, and I think I told Mel. I've done several deep dives on Donald Trump and his relationship with not only Epstein, but with Gerard and with several other people who has essay allegations. One of them committed unalive themselves and stuff like that. So go check my MamaFlipLive. I uploaded so you could see. So the thing is that they're trying to blame Biden and the Biden administration when Epstein, prior to Epstein after Epstein was released, they said, why didn't Biden and the Democrats actually push for the Epstein file? Because he already served his time. Also, it took the survivors 10 years with the help of media to get the case reopened, to get his plea dropped out of court. There's nothing you can do. Mel, we go to court right now. We're in Luigi's trial. There's nothing we can do. If this guy, Epstein, got a sweetheart deal, right? Allegedly, according to America's standard, he served his time. You can't retrial somebody for the same situation. It took them 10 years. Just all you have to do is go to the Google machine and just research it. It took the survivors 10 years to go back to court to have that deal dropped and the case reopened because they were not notified that the Alex, I think his name is Alex, the district attorney at the time, made a sweetheart deal with Epstein. Once it took them from 2008, 2009 to 2018. Once it was discharged and the judge said, yes, we could reinvestigate Epstein and open a file, that's when everything started happening. And guess who was in office at that time, my loves? You see, Donald Trump was in office of 2016 to 2018. Why didn't Donald Trump do anything? If the Dems so did not do anything, why didn't Donald Trump treat us a valuable lesson? He's the man. He's the strength of America. He's the answer. He's the Messiah. Come back, right? Why did not he release the files from 2016 to 2020? And why did he make it so difficult to release the files now? You understand what I'm saying? I'm just telling you.
Jill says, do you think they're going to scrub Bill Clinton from the files?
They can't, because Bill Clinton is already in the files. They already released it. I mean, how are you going to scrub Bill Clinton from the files? You have a picture of Bill Clinton with Epstein. How are you going to scrub him? He's already in the file. He's been in the files. The thing is that since January of 2023 or 2024, I think it was January and April when Virginia and the survivor who unalived herself, when she had the lawsuit with Prince Andrews, we saw the flight logs. We already saw the photos. Just Google, like, God dang it, just even me. I tell you, I did an in-depth live about this. Just Google Epstein photo and just go to photos. Just go to photos. That's all you have to do. You'll see everybody that he's been with. It's already out there. So no, they're not going to scrap Bill Clinton. His name is already in there.
Opening says, why is it a left and right as a conversation is silly? It really does not matter. Both sides of the government are predatory.
Really? Yeah, well, why is it left and right? It's always been left and right. But I think, to be honest with you, it started becoming a more of a dangerous, like corrosive and disgusting situation when Rand Paul and them decided that they wanted to do a Tea Party. That's when it became horrific. That's when it became dangerous to be a two-party system. Prior to the Tea Party, we all know that it was Democrats, we were Republicans, we disagree with each other. You know, Democrats is socialists, whereas Republican believe, like, you know, get everything on your own strength and don't ask for anything. We already knew that. We had various differences, but it didn't become potent and disgusting until the Tea Party. And then after the Tea Party, it became the MAGA. Now it's America First. It's not, I mean, it's the people who actually started to use various issues to make them boogeyman. Like, for example, big issues, the transgender people. They became the new boogeyman. Beforehand, back in my days, it was the welfare moms. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but it's not silly. We shouldn't say that it's silly. We should take it very seriously and hopefully change the narrative so that our kids don't have to live to the same bullshit that we're living through right now. It got to the point where it is now again dangerous to be in politics. I mean, we thought we got over that with the Martin Luther King and Malcolm X's and John F. Kennedy got arrested, all this, Robert Kennedy. We thought we were through with all that, but now we're back right there, back in the 1960s, where people are being unalived and stuff like that for the political reviews. I mean, views is crazy. So we need to try to change the narrative, but it's not silly, it's dangerous. And as far as predatory, let me tell you about predatory. If you do a statistically, it shows that the predators is mostly YT men at a certain age. That's the predatory, right? If we want to look at statistic, the chat GBT, right? Look at it. So unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on what political party you are, most YT males are Republicans. So, I mean, so what do you want me to do? I mean, what do you want me to say? So whenever you talk about predatories and stuff like that, just start looking through the list. I'm not saying that Democrats don't have predatory behavior or have not done hateful things, but statistically it seemed to be pointed to the YT males. You understand? And a lot of them are Republicans, so I don't know what to tell you.
AI Smart City
No,
says,
I only say I voted. You don't know? I have pictures. Oh, I have. Y'all don't know? Now you're going to make me show my picture of me and Kamala. Yes, I vote for Kamala. Not only do I vote for Kamala, I know Kamala. I know Biden. I know Obama. Y'all don't know me already? Welcome to my world. I'm Mama Flip. Just Google me. I'm one of them. Yeah, Google me. Yes. Not only voted, I was at convention. I've known her since she was a senator. I knew her. We actually had several conversations about gun violence prevention. Oh my God, I was very excited for her presidency. Yes. But y'all dragged her. Y'all took it away. Y'all gave it to Trump. But yeah, I'm not hiding that. You really think I'm hiding that I love me some Kamala Harris? Oh no, I'm a #1 fan. Thank you very much. If I could be her best friend, I would be. Thank you. But go ahead.
Right. Candyman says no prices are high in your state.
Oh, so which state is not high? Please tell me. Please tell me whatever state, because everybody I've been seeing been complaining. Like, which state is not high? Give me a couple of states that are not high. Just tell me. Is it the red states?
The red states are not high.
Really? Oh wow. Because my father and them, my aunt, cousin, them live in Florida, and they've been pissed off for a while. They've been pissed off for quite a while. My father live in Florida. My uncles, My cousins and stuff like that, and my sister's in Virginia. Isn't Virginia a red state? My sister, she lives in Virginia. She says
It
everything
swings
is
back
high
and forth, but mostly it's blue. I'm from
in
Virginia, so
Virginia. Virginia.
yeah,
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought Virginia. Didn't Virginia vote for Trump?
it swings back and forth.
So what? Who did? Did they vote? Because if they
This
vote.
time, I think they're red now, but
Oh yeah, they're right.
they've
Okay,
been
so
blue.
my,
Yeah,
my sister live in Virginia. It's high. It's high over there. I don't. Yeah, I'm just telling you, it's high. So I don't know. Not true. She told us not. What's not true? That it's high. That is not high. I'm trolling y'all. How am I trolling? I'm telling you that my sister and my cousins and them who lives in red state said that everything is high. I mean, I can just tell you about New York, but I know that they're complaining. They're complaining over there too. So if it's cheap in your state, congratulations.
Candyman says that Donald Trump was the one who arrested Epstein both times, had him arrested.
Donald Trump had Epstein arrested both times.
Now they're saying that Donald Trump worked as a secret agent, right?
Really?
That's what they're saying.
Wow.
That's the narrative. Yeah.
You know something? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something for a moment there, because I loved entertaining conspiracy. I said, wouldn't it be lovely if prior to his transition, that Donald Trump is the biggest deep throat Democrat operative of our time? Wouldn't that be lovely? Because he was a Democrat before, so it would be so amazing. Is prior to his unalivement, his daughter comes out and say that he was a deep throat Democrat operative all this time, and he was the one that decided to do all of this stuff to drag down the Republican Party, to drag down and make us see the ridiculousness. No, I shouldn't say ridiculous, because I don't want to disrespect my MAGA Republicans, okay? But wouldn't it be great if they said that he's the one that brought a MAGA community to such a high level so that they could fall and break apart and start this America First? And he did all of that because he's truly a Democrat, and he planned it since 2015. I had this whole conspiracy in my mind. Then I'm like, no, it's not true.
Yeah, kind of like Elon Musk, right?
I know. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if all of them planned it together? It's like, oh, because like what's that movie? The Candidate, Manchurian Candidate. You remember that movie?
I've heard of it.
Oh my God, it's amazing. It's about this person who was actually several of them was deep Russian operative, and they came here as children and stuff like that. And it was towards the end that you find out that they were actually deep Russian operative for all this time. It's an amazing movie. So yeah, can you imagine if Donald Trump was a Democrat deep state? I would love it. It would change history. It would change history. The prosecution of them, the FBI are run by them. Really, no Democrats speak against Epstein. Trump was the reason for that. That's a lie. 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 Also, the FBI is not run by the Democrat. I could tell you from personal experience that the FBI is run, in my opinion, mostly by Republicans. Why? James Comey is a prime example. You see, James Comey wanted Donald Trump for president. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what he did is he decided to reopen the file, the email, right? Controversy on Hillary Clinton in October prior to the election in 2016. You see, the FBI know that you're not supposed to talk about investigation or influence the election in any way prior to at least the first few months prior to election. But Comey did not do that. He wanted Donald Trump. This is why everything that Trump does to Comey deserves, because he sabotaged Hillary Clinton. The FBI is run by Republicans. We all know this. Another reason why I know is because the FBI in New York City, they gave Giuliani a heads up about what was going to happen with the election. You understand what I'm saying? How did Giuliani get all this information about all of these cases prior to the media, prior to everybody else. Everybody know the FBI is run mostly by Republicans. That's what it is. But it's okay. They each person in the FBI, each agent is supposed to come into this job nonpartisan. They're supposed to work for the current administration. And like every civil servant, we're not supposed to take our political views into our jobs. But yeah, to say that the FBI is about the FBI is mostly white teen men. I mean, all you guys have to do, something, it's just so silly. It's like 1 + 1 is 2. You understand? Look at the demographic of FBI, right? Do a statistic. Most FBI agents are white teen men. Most white teen men are Republicans. A little bit more than half of white teen women are Republicans because they follow behind their men. Come on, people. It's just a simple, it's really a simple math. I'm not trying to play people or making fun. It's just so very simple. I'm just a regular, I tell Mel all the time, I'm a regular Black woman in Brooklyn, New York, living my best life, at least under these circumstances. And even I know what common sense, right? And unfortunately, common sense is not too common. Just do the math, people. Just do the math.
Mr. How Hot says that's not a flex that Kamala, and she's not Black.
Y'all don't want to use it against me. I mean, what is not a flex? I'm not trying to flex. I'm already her. I tell you guys already. I'm already her. I was her before I knew Kamala, and I'm her now. I'm saying that you guys are talking to me about my Kamala, and I'm telling you, I loved her. She's a wonderful human being, and person, out of person, the same humanitarian, gracious person. I've met her. I mean, hold on. Can I? Mel, keep talking. I gotta bring it up. I gotta.
Okay. Then it says, and God gave them the truth, and they rebelled against God and the truth. Okay. So he has a spiritual aspect to it.
I'm not very religious. I'm a lapsed Catholic, so I'm the last one to be talking about, religious like that. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm going to show this video while you're looking for that, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
All right, let's continue.
Appropriate protection of victims, they need to explain that, but they need to give dates of when the rest of these documents will be released. The second thing is that some of the documents, I've just been scanning them, have very heavy redactions. This including documents for which judges ordered released, like the grand jury testimony in New York. They owe the Congress and the American public an explanation for every redaction. That I didn't see published on the DOJ page, but the law is very clear that any redaction has to be justified in writing. They need to do that. Third, from the survivors who I've talked to, they are appreciative that finally they're being heard, they're being seen, and documents are coming out. But what they care most about is that the documents come out that expose the rich and powerful men who either raped them, abused them, or were at these sex parties watching them be abused. There are many of these rich and powerful people, they showed up at these parties and they knew there were 16, 17-year-olds there.
From the looks of the pictures, you have equal amount, maybe a little bit skewed, but Democrats and Republicans. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know if I see, I think it's more Republicans than Democrats, to be honest with you, because of the fact, and I'm going to tell you why, not just to be funny, but back in the 1960s, 70s and stuff like that, a lot of the rich people, right, they became Republicans because especially the filthy rich, the one that had to do with the ones that actually had like real estates and stuff like that. A lot of them became Republicans because of tax reasons and because of mostly because of tax reasons and because they have these thoughts that Black and brown people specifically was getting a lot of hands out, right? So because they are so wealthy, they get to know each other. They get to hang out with each other and they become friends with each other. This is how Trump became friends with Epstein, right? And unfortunately, a lot of these very wealthy, rich people, right, think they could own anything. They could do whatever they want to, include own people. They don't think that they need to follow the same rule as everyday people. So this is why I feel very strongly that a lot of the predators, a lot of the white team men, not everybody, but a lot of them is skewed to the Republicans. Don't get me wrong. We do have some wealthy Dems, but I just find the wealth, like growing up, especially in the 70s, 60s, just growing up in that world, it seemed like more white team men who are very filthy, rich people, they were, they became Republicans. That's just my thoughts on it. But I wanted to share you guys, so for all the people that want to talk crap, I just wanted to share this with you guys real quick. All right. So who's this? Do you know who this is?
Hold on 1 second.
Can you share it?
Oh, hold on 1 second. I think.
Or do I have to share it?
Here we go.
Who's that?
Okay, so that's you and Kamala, huh?
Yes, my loves. That's me and Kamala. So when somebody said it's not a flex, I don't need the flex. My real life is the flex in it by itself. I don't need to flex. Hold on a second. I have to show my TikTok people. Hold on, TikTok. I'm sorry. I'm just showing everybody. If you guys want to see us live, this is us right here. You could go to my YT, Mama Flip Slots, and then watch it. So I'll stop the share. But what I'm saying is there's no flex about it. Everything that I say I am, everything that you see me is real. I could show you me and President Biden. I could show you me meeting President Obama, me and Pelosi, me and Hillary Clinton. I could show you the letter of appreciation that was sent to me. I am you could call me a Democrat practitioner, but I'm living my best life, just like the MAGA, just like y'all living your best life. I'm living my best life. You understand what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm good. Because as you guys are called, let me tell you something about plantation. You see, I shouldn't bring up the plantation analogy, because let me tell you why. Because a lot of us think that a lot of the MAGA Black brothers and sisters, our uncle and auntie Rucuses, our Kizzies, our Queenie from the Roots. Let's not stop throwing names. When we talk about plants, because we don't understand. A lot of Black people don't understand how you could be Republican and MAGA and be Black. I'm just saying dark skin Black. I just don't understand. So let's not throw around the Democrat, the plantation as a slavery language. Let's just keep it cute. Let's keep it respectful. And that's it. I'm just going to leave it right there. But go ahead, Mel. You had any other questions for me?
Okay. Mr. How Hot says he's like the president, a former Democrat.
I'm just like the president. Okay. Nice. Congratulations. I hope everything worked out for y'all.
Okay. He said, this is Vinny says he used to be a Democrat.
You guys voted for a predator that hurt many women, and that's not even funny. Let me get serious for a moment. Let's get very serious, because I'm enjoying myself talking to MAGA community. But let's get serious for a moment. Y'all voted for the worst scum that ever existed in the world. Our children will be horrified when we unalive, when we transition out of this world. The history books, he's going to be worse than Nixon. I'm even going to give you credit and say, because I don't want to disrespect my J families and not name the most horrific, unaliving dictator in the world. I'm not even going to name this person, but I do think that he's in line with that. But I will give you Putin. I'll give you Putin, because Putin is a dictator. He's still here. He's going to have the same reputation as Putin. He's going to have the same reputation as Nixon. he's going to have the same reputation as every corrupt, disgusting human being. They're going to drag everything. Right now, you think that you know what Donald Trump done? Y'all don't know nothing until our children get a hold of this. When our children get a hold of what's going on right now, they're going to drag everything that son of a gun. Look what his chief of staff just did the other day with Vanity Fair when she was telling the truth. Give me a break. You guys cannot stand on the morale when they come with this guy. You can't do it. So no matter what you guys say, we will always be able to laugh at your choice because this man is a clown. But y'all love him. He's the Messiah. He's going to change our world. He's going to make sure that we get money. I'm trying to get paid. I'm trying to get paid next year. 2026, I'm trying to get some money from Donald Trump. So hopefully we get that $2,000 check. Hopefully he increased the slot. Stop. Well, even though I don't get tips, but stop tips being taxed. So I'm waiting to get paid, to be honest with you guys. But you guys cannot, under any circumstances, put this man in front of us or his wife. Bless her heart and her soft corn, because we all saw pictures, right? Y'all cannot hold them as prime example of good people in our history books. We're going to be ashamed of them. Now, if you're a conservative Christian, then y'all trying to tell me that Donald Trump was a sinner, but now he is a God-fearing person. I love my Christians, boy. Y'all play in our faces every single day, right? He's a born-again Christian, God bless him. Of course, when he held up the Bible, he held the Bible upside down, but let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. Let's just understand that the Christians of the world has decided to forgive Donald Trump, give him a new place in our life as being the most amazing person, and we'll just move on. But I know the history book. I hope I live long enough to see what comes of his reputation. I can't wait.
Okay. Mr. How Hot says the Democrats have went too far left. I think they're talking about how they have boys playing in girls' sports. That's one example. Too far left.
Actually, you guys are going to be very surprised about this. I've actually had a conversation the other day. You guys keep using the transgender issue as a boogeyman, without you guys understanding that a lot of Black, Caribbean, Latinos, diverse community feel the same way about the transgender people. I don't. I personally think every human beings have a right to live their life the way they want to live their life. Is not my business. It's not taking anything away from me or my family, and I'm not going to fight that battle. But Republicans are not the only one that's trying to make the transgender a boogeyman. The Democrats does too. The Independents does too. Everybody does. And you know why? Because the Republican ingeniously, because they couldn't do with that. Remember, there was a time where they were trying to say the Democrats is trying to do away with all policing and stuff like that and get rid of the police department stuff. That didn't go very far, right? So they decided to use the transgender as a major issue, and now it's working in their favor because everyone is talking about how men should not be in women's sports and that men should not be in women's bathrooms, when that was never an issue. So every time everybody bring the transgender issue into play, I just find it ridiculous. But you guys have a whole group of people that falls in line with you guys. Black men don't believe that transgender males should be in women's bathroom either. Black men don't believe that transgender males should be in women's sports either. Black women don't believe in it. So, and if there was a statistic, I think a majority of Americans, whether it's independent, Democrat, or Republican, feel the same way. They are afraid of transgender people. And I feel that that's terrible and horrible and disrespectful, in my opinion. Because I've known transgender people. I've worked with transgender people. I've met transgender people in the military. They didn't come out. You see, the difference is transgender people has always been in existence. It's just that they have not been as open. We've had them in our family for many years. They just haven't been that open. They came out, and as soon as they came out, you guys went crazy.
Let me ask you a question, being that you've been in the military. How do you feel? Can you at least say, well, the president did a great thing by giving $1,776 to a certain measure of the military?
Certain who?
Measure of the military for the holiday.
So which measure in the military? Because
I think it was over a million. So I don't know if
did
that's
all of our military got 1,776?
yes.
All our military
For the holiday. At least it's over a million. So I don't know the exact number.
I want to know if all of our military. Once you tell me,
I think it's active. I believe it's active.
Active duty. What about reservists? Why
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but he gave the announcement the other night.
No, man. Well, the reservists are still doing their time. Why can't reservists get half of it? What about our
so you might be getting it too. If that's the case, can you say that?
I'm out of the military. I'm out of the military.
Okay.
I've been out for several years, so I'm not going to get anything. But what about our veterans? You see, the thing is, in order, you see what Trump does is he take from Peter to give to Paul, because where did the money come from? We have over 30,000 doctors was removed from was fired from the VA this holiday season. 30,000 doctors from the VA. Our veterans is not getting support or help. Talk to me about that. So he took a little bit to give so that we could make sure that we like, oh, congratulations, he did a good job. But what about the doctors that got fired? What about the doctors? Talk to me. What about the reservists? Why isn't the reservists getting money? We need some money too. I mean, my reserve brothers and sisters want to check also. That's what we're talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But if you guys are happy with him giving active duty $1,776, good for y'all.
Okay. I want to give you this video here and get your viewpoint on it as well.
House, and we noticed some very interesting changes that President Trump has made to the colonnade. He has now installed a presidential walk of fame. On it, he has photos of every single president. He has now added descriptions underneath every single presidential portrait. The descriptions under his predecessor, Joe Biden, read sleepy and crooked. He calls former President Barack Obama one of the most divisive figures in American history.
Okay, Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe, what do you think about that under the new install photo and depiction?
When Donald Trump leaves and transition out of this world, even prior, the destruction of everything that he placed is going to be beautiful. Like all these plaques, all these jokes, all is going to be torn up, and we will be able to move on for it because he is a petty, silly old man. That's it. And he's a hater. I've never seen anybody, because nobody has any other person who ran the White House been as petty and disgusting as Donald Trump ever. I don't remember anybody going out of their trouble, because wasn't that fool picture portrayed in the White House all that time when he left in 2016, 2020, even though he tried to steal the election? Didn't they have his picture up there?
Yes.
Because I know for a fact they did, because guess what? My black behind was in the back room of the White House attending an event, and I saw that mofo picture right up there. There's a whole area that shows every single president behind. I can't tell you where it is, but it's behind the auditorium there, and it's not the Capitol, it's the White House, behind the White House. I believe it's behind is it the Capitol building? But there's a room, and I saw that mofo picture right there. Staying, I'm like, yo, look at this mother. Excuse me. So they are not petty, right? But he is the most petty, most disgusting human being in the world. But my thing is, I'm just looking forward to when we could tear all that stuff down. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious. I can't wait. So yeah, I think it's silly. I think he's ridiculous.
AI Smart City says left-wing ideology poison the black community.
Really? No. Mm-mm. Left-wing. I mean, what is left-wing ideology? Left-wing ideology is helping your fellow man, making sure that children eat, making sure that we have money for cancer research, instead of making sure that every American has Medicare and Medicaid, making sure that people who have problems with paying their student bills that's been predatory interest rate for many years, get help with that. What about the $36 or $35 or $75 every time that you late paying your credit cards or paying your mortgage? What about those fees that goes to the banks? Is that left wing ideology? The thing about the Republicans, and I'm still trying to be nice. The difference between the Democrats and the Republicans is that the Republicans are selfish human beings that believe that they should take care of themselves and their family only, and they should not give any handout to the American people. Everybody has to live on it. It's about survival for the Republican Party. That's what it is, and I get that. Whereas the Democrats want to help other people, and that's what it is. And you guys can't stand it. You can't stand that your taxes are being used instead of for your own selfish, egotistical reasons to help other people. I get it. I understand. I don't agree with y'all. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, why do we have to go into the left or right? I could give you so much analogies, the difference between the left, the Democrat, the center, and the right. And to be honest with you, I'm center Dem. I'm not even progressive. I didn't vote for Bernie Sanders. I'm not into Susan Sarandon. I still hold her against my heart for Hillary Clinton. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm center Dem. So let's not get into this big fight. We always fighting about the fact that the Dems are this and the Dems. We don't need to do this anymore. We really don't.
Maverick says you're fighting for a party who wanted to keep you in chains.
Really? When? Because you're saying because it's said that the Republican Party was hold on one second, guys. Sorry. Because you said it at one time. Was it Congress? Was it Congress was a Republican Party? Is that why? Or because you're saying that and I'm still curious about that Abraham Lincoln was a Republican and that he freed the slaves. Is that what you're saying? Is that what we're going back all the way back in that says that the Republican Party was the Dems back in the days? But well, it's not that way any longer, my friends. Sorry, TikTok, give me 1 second. It's not that way any longer. We have to see what it is today. As of today, my friends, the Democratic Party is the one that cares for the people, and the Republican Party does not care about the people. It's okay.
So let me do this. I want to ask a question. If you support Donald Trump, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't, put a 2. Let's get a feel for the audience.
Oh, Lord, have mercy, Christ. You're such a good person. Because I really don't. Let me stop. No, I do care. I care about that poll. Yeah. How many of you guys love Donald Trump? Believe Donald Trump is your Messiah that's going to save the world from the big bad Democrats, and then you guys going to be able to come back to us one day and say, "I told you so." I think that's what we all looking for. You guys are all looking for that "I told you so" them moment. Poor thing.
All right. So far we have ones. So we have a lot of support, Trump supporters. Okay, welcome guys. Nice to have you. Swagger like us says the left spent $1 trillion on illegals over those 4 years. No credibility when it comes to supporting Americans.
Illegals? Yeah, I heard about that. I've actually had a huge conversation with a Latino Republican outside of Madison Square Garden when I was protesting against Donald Trump. And he actually feel that the immigrants was getting $30,000 a month. And he said that he could hardly take his wife to a movie. I have to post that video again because it was a very interesting conversation. So you guys really live in a delusional world where you think that all of these people are living the best lives.
Some people.
The case, then why was a lot of them living in sheltered type of environment? Why did my community board, because I'm going to tell you right now, you could go on my YouTube. It may not be live. I have to upload again. When my community board had a huge fight because we were building shelters behind the military base over here because there was no place for them to stay. So if they were getting a lot of money, do you think they would have to live in the streets? So do you think that we had to build shelters for them to stay in, or put them in hotel rooms? It doesn't make sense. You guys, what you're saying doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, Mel, you were saying.
Well, basically, I just wanted to know. Some are asking about whether or not you're a FBA. Are you Foundational Black
FBA?
American? Foundational Black American
Oh, that's
and reparations and so.
wow.
Okay, so
FBA.
evidently no.
Hey, TikTok, you guys been here all this time. I don't see any likes or hearts. I have 0 likes. I don't like that. Please start tapping the likes. Thank you so much. No, I'm Haitian American Haitian. My family
Okay.
is from Haiti. But yeah, my family says so. I'm not a fun. I didn't even know that was such a thing. Well, what is it? What is it now? How we differentiate ourselves now? Because I thought it was either Black American and everybody else. But what do we call ourselves?
Well, they're trying to get reparations. So to be a foundational Black American, you have to, be really from Africa directly. I guess they're trying to exclude Jamaicans,
yeah,
anybody from the islands and so
Yeah.
forth.
Yeah, they're trying to do that. Okay. Well, no, I'm Haitian. I'm American Haitian.
Do you have any thoughts on reparations and who should receive it?
I actually think that everyone everybody should actually get some type of reparation, to be honest with you, including our Native Americans, first family, who white people from England came and destroyed and unalived millions of them and stole their land. I think they should get reparation. I think us Black folks from every sect of life, like, even though my family come from Haiti, for us to go to Haiti, we had to come from some type of Black continent. So all of us at the end of the day came from Africa. Everybody. So I think all of us, Caribbean, Haitian, Black folk, we should get reparations for everything that we suffered through to build up America. If not, even get a piece of land, for God's sakes. I would love to be able to get a piece of land. And that I don't have to pay for. I mean, my family have land in Haiti, but I would love to have a piece of land in America that is on my own. We struggled as Black people. We got taken and dragged from our homeland and brought here by YT people because they were too damn lazy to do the work. Also, they were haters. They went to Africa. They saw our big, black, gorgeous, tall, sexy men with their equipment, and they couldn't handle it because they couldn't do half the thing. Now, let me stop. I'm being funny right now. I'm being outrageous. But the fact of the matter is, most of the time I'm kind of joking, guys. But to be honest with you, they did bring us here to America because they could not work their own land. They couldn't build their own houses. They felt that they were prima donnas from England, and they wanted other people to come and build their world and feed them and take care of their kids. So every single human being that was dragged to the United States by YT people, because the YT people came from England or other continent, but they weren't here, should receive something. And I sincerely stand firm that our Native Americans, first family, should get their land back. That's how I feel about it.
Okay, so yeah, there's a big debate. They feel like Jamaicans should not receive anything. It should be.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree. And the thing is, and here's the thing is okay, if some people was like, oh, go back to Haiti, go back to Jamaica and stuff like that. No, we're here now, especially our kids, kids, right? If I'm here and I'm born in America, I think as an American, I should get a piece of American land because I am born here. I'm an American. I was born here. I wasn't born in Haiti. I was born here. So I should get a piece of the land. So that's how I feel about it. But, that's just me.
Do you think that the Democrats allow too many?
Like what she's selling. Nobody needs to like what I'm selling, sir. Oh, ma'am. Go ahead. You were saying.
Do you think the Democrats allow too many immigrants in, and that's why Kamala could not be Donald Trump?
No, Kamala could not beat Donald Trump because of the fact she was a woman. She was a black woman. I know some people say she's not black, she's Asian. She was a black woman. She has a black father. If you have a black father, you're black. I don't like the fact that now when we were slaves, if we had a drop, what, one fourth, 1/3% of blood, we were black. We were the N-word. You understand? And now all of a sudden you're trying to differentiate a black woman from not being black because you running for office is crazy. So anyway, so no, they did not want her because she was a woman and she was a black female. But also, I blame our independent young college student. Y'all know what y'all did. Y'all know what y'all did. It's okay. Y'all felt that you were angry as a result of Biden supporting the leader of a huge country that has the war on the other side of the country. And I'm not talking about Russia and Ukraine. Y'all were mad about that. Yeah, I'm mad that he provided weapons and bombs and stuff like that. The young college student took a serious stance. A whole denomination of people says that we're going to make sure that she did not win. So they either didn't vote for Trump. I mean, they either voted for Trump or they didn't vote for Trump. So collaboration of that is what caused Kamala to lose. And I also wanted to show you, I remember I told you I wanted to show you a video that showed why all of a sudden I saw this very old movie and I was like, oh my God, this is why I believe that MAGA women thinks the way they do and support their husbands. While you continue, do you have another video to show while I find this video I want to show you?
We didn't finish the last one, but we could go ahead.
Yes, okay. Please. I'm gonna show you this video. I think you're gonna find this interesting. But while we wait. Okay, go ahead and show something else while I show you this. Because when I saw this movie, it's a very old movie. But when I saw this movie, I was like, oh my God, I think now I understand them. All right, so give me a second. I'm going to find it.
Okay, I'm going to play this other one that's still up here. Okay, thank you.
Changes that President Trump has made to the colonnade. He has now installed a presidential walk of fame. On it, he has photos of every single president. He has now added descriptions underneath every single presidential portrait. The descriptions under his predecessor, Joe Biden, read sleepy and crooked. He calls former President Barack Obama one of the most divisive figures in American history. And then as for former President Bill Clinton, he has a note under there that his wife Hillary lost to him in 2016. These are just some of the changes that the president has made here to the White House. We already know that he has completely demolished the East Wing to make room for that ballroom. He's also paved over the Rose Garden. There's now a concrete patio in its place.
Okay, what do you think about that?
I don't know. I mean, what do you want me to say? I mean, this man is so amazingly silly. Like, it's just vindictive. Why does he have to be a hater? Can somebody just explain to me what is it about all the other presidents and why specific presidents? Why Biden and why Obama? Why does he hate them so much? Right? He's just petty. He's just a petty, nasty person. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I think it's ridiculous. And as I said, I can't wait until they tear it down because it's going to be torn down. At the end of the day, I promise you, it's going to be torn down. And we're just going to live. I'm just going to be able to laugh and just enjoy my life when I see everything get torn down. It's going to happen. You know, so there's not much I could say. All right, I'm almost there.
Okay, Brian says the Clinton Foundation was supposed to build 50,000 houses in Haiti, and they built 5,000 houses, and the Clintons hundreds of millions in their bank account.
All right, I'm going to tell you I went to Haiti. I'm sorry, after the earthquake, I went to Haiti several times. I met several actual Haitian people that lives in Haiti that were very grateful to Hillary and Bill Clinton for the houses that they built. I saw the houses that they built. It was like little condos in comparison to the crumbled houses that was crumbled as a result of the earthquake, where we lost, unfortunately, 200,000 of my brothers and sisters in Haiti. That's one. But at the end of the day, I want to tell you guys something. Hillary and Bill Clinton would not have been able to go to Haiti if it wasn't for the president of Haiti. And that's it. Bill and Hillary Clinton would not have been able to go to Haiti without the approval of the Haitian president. When the earthquake happened, in order for us to go to Haiti to provide help, we had to go through DR and sneak into Haiti the first few months, because the Haitian president at the time would not allow other countries to come in and help Haiti. Nothing can happen in Haiti without the president of Haiti. So if y'all want to place blame, because I had this discussion with people in Haiti, like actual Haitian men, because I asked them about it, and they were like, it was bull. They don't understand where this narrative came from, where they want to blame Hillary, Bill Clinton, when they couldn't have done anything in Haiti without the authorization of the Haitian government. So that's where I leave it. I'll talk to the Haitian people in Haiti. Let them have a conversation with you about it. All right. So let me know when you're ready so I can share you this video.
I'm waiting on you.
All right, guys. So this is, I want to hopefully I want to say YouTube, we are using this video copyright 1976 for fair use to have a discussion. So I watched this very old movie. It was very entertaining, and then I saw a clip. There's some cursing though in there. Are we gonna have problems because I can't bleep the curse?
No, it's okay. We'll play it.
All right,
guys, please take a moment, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.
I saw this very interesting movie. Is about is a mystery. It's about a lord who and a mystery writer. Anyway, it's called Gaudy Nights, and in this, they were trying to find someone who was harassing and tormenting women at Oxford College, right? And it was like, if you like Agatha Christie, you know, there's several episodes with a poison pen. You know what a poison pen? Someone who writes a derogatory letter. But this particular person they were looking for started becoming more and more hostile. They were burning like a shape of a female on the lawn, and they also tried to unalive one of the main people. So they finally caught her, and they brought her in so she could explain herself. When I heard what she had to say, I'm like, now I think I understand mega women. Now I think I understand YT women, why they would vote against their own rights. So please see this video and let's listen in. All right. And let me know what you guys think of it. All right. Here we go. Can you hear it?
There's no sound.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, hold on. Let me. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. Let me stop it because I gotta play it first. I want to make sure that I have it. Give me 1 second. Okay, I have to go back. All right, hold on. I think I put it. I see that I have it on. Okay, I got it. Okay. Okay, here we go. I got it. Give me 1 second. Hopefully YouTube, we're not echoing. If we're echoing, forgive me. But again, I thought this was just amazing. First of all, I thought the acting was phenomenal, but I thought this was amazing. Great way to explain. Okay, share.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The duplicate key with which you locked yourself into the cellar after your mistaken attack on Miss Vane. I imagine it was mistaken and that the attack was meant for Miss Devine. Mrs. Robinson.
Annie, we are giving you the opportunity to clear yourself.
Clear myself?
Yes.
What is this? Some court of law?
No.
I'd like to see you bring me to a real court. Then I could tell the judge how that woman there killed my husband.
That's enough, Annie. What you've done is very wicked.
Broke him and killed him.
Mrs. Robinson, I'm immensely disturbed to hear about all this. I knew nothing about it until now.
You didn't give a damn.
But you must understand, I had no choice in the matter.
You murdered him.
I couldn't possibly have foreseen the outcome.
I say you murdered him. What harm had he done to anybody? He told a lie about someone who's dead and dust hundreds of years ago. Who was the worse for that? You broke him and killed him all for nothing. Do you think that's a woman's job? A woman's job is to look after a husband and children. I wish I could kill you all.
Annie, that's
Don't
enough.
You think you can shut me up, you cold bitch? You're the worst of the lot. You run this place. And you all stick together, don't you? Even though you don't trust each other. You can't agree about anything except hating decent women and their men. There's nothing in your books about real life and marriage and children, is there? Nothing about people who are desperate or love or hate or anything that's human. You brought him here. I know about you.
I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry? You're the dirtiest hypocrite of the lot. I know who you are. You had a lover once. He died. You chucked him out because you were too proud to marry him. I suppose you'd say you loved him. You don't know what love is, and you'll probably do the same for him. Well, what are you going to do now, all of you? Run away to the magistrate? I don't think you dare. You're afraid to come out into the light. You're afraid of your precious college and your precious selves. And you always will be.
So what do you think? Can you hear me?
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I heard you.
What do you think of that? It's like, the reason why I found this to be so interesting is because especially when it was during the Kamala Harris election, right? There was a lot of white tea women that came together and they did a lot of Zooms and stuff like that and saying they were going to support Kamala. You know, we women have to be united, and we're not going to let this predator, and then this is what they said, even though I agree, this predator come into office. He already did a lot of harm. We're not going to bring him back. And I always wondered, in my opinion, like, what made white tea women, especially white tea MAGA women, support their men like that? It's like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you lose everything under the MAGA umbrella. You lose your rights. You lose your civil rights. You lose your rights to your own body. You know, a lot of them, they talk about how you need to be home and taking care of your kids and not going to work. It just didn't make sense to me. Why the MAGA party? Why the Republican Party? And then I just saw this movie and I'm like, holy crap. Like, these women actually think the rest of us are nothing. They actually think that we are weird and that we are crazy, and that women who don't want to have children, even though I have children and grandchildren, I love them, and I was married, divorced. Women who don't want to have children, who wants to put their education, who want to put their job, we're the freaks. We're the freaks, and we don't understand their sacrifice. We don't understand their need to love their men and to protect their family. We are blaming their men, their poor Tito men, for just being men, and we just heartless witches. And when I saw that, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And I just thought it was a very interesting piece, and I'm like, okay, all right, I see y'all. I see what y'all doing. So I just wanted to share that piece, and it was done in BCC, and it's a great series. It's a great series. You guys should see it. It's called Gaudy Night, and there's three, like, I think it's 3 separate episodes with the Lord and with Harriet Vane. It's a great series. You guys should see it.
You're getting a lot of pushback from the audience because they're saying that when Kamala ran for president the first time, she didn't even classify herself, or when she ran first, she did not classify herself as black.
The thing is, why did she have to classify herself as anything except for running for candidacy? We don't have the men classify themselves as white men. I'm a white man and I'm running for president. I don't think that Barack Obama said, I'm a black man running for president. Why did we have to push on Kamala that she had to say she's a black woman? The fact is her husband, her father is a black Jamaican. All right. It's a black. Oh, you want me to play it again? I'll play it again. Thank you. I'll play it again. Give me 1 second. Do you mind if I play it again, Mel? Because somebody said play it again.
Yeah.
Somebody actually play it again. I don't mind playing it again if Mel wants me to. But what I'm saying is that why did she have to define herself as a color? At first, she didn't even think it was a real thing until Donald Trump and then made it into a thing. Again, the boogeyman. It was never the race of a candidate was never a real issue. When Hillary Clinton ran, did she say I'm running as a white woman? It was never an issue until you guys made it into an issue. And that's the thing that's I could give MAGA, if I would ever give MAGA a compliment, is that you guys could take the people's biggest fear and y'all make it into an electable issue. Everybody boogeyman, anybody, the immigrants, the welfare moms, the transgender people, the black, y'all took whatever, and this is why Donald Trump became so popular. He took the fears of the insecure white people. God bless you. I love you. No hate. I'm just letting y'all know. And he made it into an electable issue. And a lot of people ran with it. That's why he won so many times, guys. So yeah, she didn't have to tell that she was a black woman. She didn't have to say anything. She just had to say she was a candidate, and you guys didn't want that, and you guys made a big issue out of it, and that's it. And her father is a black Jamaican. He's a Jamaican. He's a Jamaican, a black man. And again, we will go back to the definition, and if Mel would like to look back in the 1960s, 1950s, 1920s, during the slavery, as long as you had a drop of black blood, a drop, they didn't care where it came from. They didn't care if it was New Orleans. They didn't care if it was Jamaica. They didn't care if it was DR. They didn't care if it was Africa. As long as you had a drop of black blood, a drop, you were considered a black person. There's a great movie with Denzel Washington called by the book. Oh my God, I just had the book. The Denzel Washington movie. Hold on. Go ahead. Let's continue. I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to show it. I'm going to tell you. The woman in the blue dress. Look at the Denzel Washington movie, The Woman in the Blue Dress. That whole theme is about that. About her trying to fall in love with a white mayor candidate, right? And then it was a whole mystery about what she had to do, because he found out that her father was black. You know, look at these. I mean, like, we can't change history. Yeah, Devil in the Blue Dress. That's what it is. Devil in the Blue Dress. And the book was originally written by, it's a movie. It's a great movie. But their whole theme is about that. You trying to tell me, because you made it into a boogeyman issue, that she cannot be black, even though her father is black, when we all know throughout history, if we had a drop of black blood, they didn't care. They didn't care if it was our great grandfather. As long as your lineage go to a black person, you're black. And now you're trying to change it. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to me. I don't even entertain it. At all.
Okay, Mr. How Hot says Elon Musk is the richest African American in history. Does that make him black?
Elon Musk is not African American. He's from Africa. He doesn't acknowledge. As far as I know, both of his parents are white from Africa. African American is black people. You understand? Like black, like dark skin. You understand? Yeah, you could be mixed. You know, you can be mixed, but you're still a black person. A lot of people who are mixed want to identify with their white and black halves. God bless them. They don't want to identify any specific color. I'm saying from his history, from slavery, if you had a drop of black blood, you were black. And that's it. and you can't change it now because you want to make political points. That's ridiculous. You're sick of it, but thank you for coming. Bye. Somebody said they're sick of this clown show. Thank you for dropping by. Please like the live as we kick you out. Mods, he say he's sick of it. Like, you know, as we kick you out, have a good day. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for having a great day.
Okay, so let's get back to Donald Trump now. I just want to ask you this question. Do you think that this whole not releasing the files, do you think is really about him, or do you think he's trying to protect the men at large?
I think it's about him. I think it's predominantly about him. And the reason why I say that is because I know for a fact that if it was only the Democrats that was in it, then he would have released it. I know for a fact that if it was only the Democrat, he would release it because he's done it before. How many Truth Social announcement had he made blaming Democrats for everything under the sun, calling them names? Come on now. He don't want the files released because of the fact that he's in it. Now, I have thought about the fact that, because he said that he was worried because there were he did say he was worried because there were important rich men in there. He did say that. And I actually I entertained him for a small period of time with that, to say that maybe it's possible that he does care about other rich people in there. But then I just remembered how disrespectful that he was with a lot of different stories that came out. Like when other people, okay, so let's just go to Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner is a prime example right now, right? Of what he did when Rob Reiner was unalive and how he put that post on. He has no, I think he's a sociopath. I think Donald Trump is a sociopath. He has no compassion. He has no morality. He doesn't know how to be a real true human person. So I don't think that that he would think of somebody else. Like, I don't think he would be concerned that other people was a problem. You understand what I'm saying? I just don't see it. I mean, I thought about it. I'm like, oh, maybe if there's other people in there that he really cares about. But when I start thinking, he doesn't even care about his own sons. If Ivanka was in it, he might have some concern, maybe because he likes her. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. So no, I think it's only because of him that he doesn't want to. And I don't even understand why I don't know why he's panicked, to be honest with you. Let's have this important conversation. You guys would have voted for him anyway if he was found in the Epstein files prior to election. Nothing would have changed your votes at all. I mean, I'm not foolish enough to think the MAGA community would have came out all of a sudden. It's like, oh, we're going to vote for Kamala because we found a ped on the files. Like, we already know he's a ped. We already know through all the receipts that was given that Donald Trump was close to Epstein. We already saw pictures of him with young teenage girls. We already heard what he did to like 61 women. You already know. You heard him talk about with the guy, I forgot his name. I can't stand him right now, but I can't stand him. When he talked about he could grab them by the PUS. That's why you know who he is. So I don't understand. What is it about the Epstein file that making him so panicked? Because I think his people would have voted for him anyway. It has to be horrific. It has to be horrific. And it's not about anybody else but him. You know?
Okay, very good. Mr. How Hot says, ask the people of Nashville where the president sent the National Guard if Trump hates black people.
Where did he send the National Guards? Because he sent the National Guard to Chicago, and the Chicago don't want him there. Does Nashville want him there? Does Nashville want them there? I just want to know, does Nashville, because I could tell you the National Guards is here in the train station. You know what they do? I actually took a couple of pictures of them. Next time I come here, I'm going to take videos and stuff like that so you can see what the National Guards are doing in New York. They're standing behind the police officers on the train station. That's what they're doing. They haven't stopped anything. That we had pew pew violence in our community the other day. We had some unalivement in my community. We were just talking about it the other time. That we still have unalivement that's happening in Queens and stuff like that. The National Guard's coming here in New York ain't doing a damn thing for us. Now, of course, they do say that New York pew pew violence is an all-time low. but that was prior to them coming here. Like, so what are they doing? Like, they're not doing anything but standing behind MTA officers in the train station, looking embarrassed. That's what they're doing. So you tell me what they're doing in Nashville, and if the people of Nashville is happy to have them, then we can have this conversation. But as far as every other state, they're not doing nothing but walking around. And what really pissed me off is the fact that 2 National Guards was unalived outside of Trump's house, even though he stole it. No, I'm only kidding. Y'all elected him, so let me let y'all live. Y'all elected him. The fact of the matter is he didn't care enough about the National Guards outside of Washington, D.C. to have them protected. They should not be standing out there like that. If it's the world is so dangerous, they should have gear just like the White Squad and stuff like that. What is he doing? He don't care about these young women and men. They just was unalive just like that. So whatever.
Mr. How Hot says Charlie Kirk, who was just wanted to talk, y'all celebrated his death.
Yeah, a lot of people did celebrate his unalivement. To be honest with you, I didn't know Charlie Kirk to celebrate and not celebrate. Also, I'm a pew pew survivor myself. Lost nephew, 2 nephews actually. So I would never celebrate an unalivement of somebody. I strongly believe that if you didn't bring them in this world, even if you bring them in the world, you can't take them out. Period. I don't believe anything that has to do with pew pew violence. But yeah, a lot of people celebrate him, and the reason why they celebrate him is because of what he says. He said. Unfortunately, I don't think, like I said, political violence should not be in this community at all. We're going backwards. We're going back to the 1960s. This is ridiculous. We need to stop with the violence, period. But unfortunately, the reason why a lot of people hated this guy is because of what he said. He was a very decisive, very disrespectful person. And I think the thing that really got a lot of people is because he said that that the unalivement of people as a result of pew pew is acceptable as long as we keep our Second Amendment. Now, and then for it to happen to him that way is completely crazy. So yeah, people gonna hate, people gonna talk mad crap about him. So yep, there was a lot of people that was celebrating and stuff like that, but there was a lot of people that wasn't. And Rob Reiner was one of the ones that did not celebrate the unalivement of Charlie Kirk. He came out and he gave a beautiful speech about how it was horrible that happened to Charlie Kirk. So I don't know what else to tell you when it comes to that.
Did you see this photo released of Bill Clinton hanging out in the pool with females or hot tub or
let me see that. I didn't see any photos of Bill Clinton. I did see Epstein. I saw Epstein in a looking disgusting in a pool, in a bathtub with bubble bath, but I didn't see it. I can't see it.
Oh, okay. It's this is probably the biggest it'll go for this setting. Let's see.
All right, I'll go back because I'll go back and look.
Do you see this one?
I see it, but I can't. I try to widen it, but I can't see it. Is that Ghislaine is in there?
Yeah, Ghislaine and also Bill Clinton swimming together.
Is it Ghislaine and Bill Clinton, or Ghislaine and Bill Clinton and some young girls?
There's a girl over her face is redacted, so there's another female in there.
Oh wow. Did they show all the ones with Bill Clinton and not Bill Clinton and Donald Trump with all the young ladies?
Yeah, we went over those last week.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was insane.
This one here has a young lady sitting on Bill Clinton's lap.
Really? I didn't see that one. Send me the link so I could go look at it. Send me the link.
So it looks like Epstein kept a lot of these photos.
Yes. It's let me tell you something. It's almost like Prince Andrews, even though I still call him Prince Andrews, but I think it's ridiculous to try to say that he no longer has the name when his mom and dad were the king and queen. The new name that he has is the king and queen name, so he's still the Prince of England no matter what. But with everybody, whether it's Democrats, whether it's Republican, Independents, whether it's Prince, Kings, whoever did these young people, these women harm, should be brought to justice. I don't know what else you want me to say. And if Bill Clinton was one of them, then he's gonna have to be brought up to justice too. I feel bad. I mean, I love me some Bill Clinton. He's a wonderful human being. I met him in person, a gentleman, a kind, intelligent human being. But if he was part of that shenanigan back in the days, he has to be brought under charges also. But we just have to remember that we cannot continuously go after the Democrats without paying attention to the fact that Donald Trump is also on those files, and he was a friend of Epstein. And that's it. We got to be fair.
Quite a few people are saying that you have TDS, therefore you can't see the wrong that Bill Clinton has done like you see Donald Trump.
Y'all really do think that this Trump syndrome thing is a real thing? Y'all really think so? I can't stand Trump. Straight up. I can't stand him. I think he's a creep, right? Prior to him running for office, I didn't know how much of a creep he was. I mean, when I was pissed off at him with the whole AIDS comment, and I was angry with him when he put out the article about Central Park 6 back in the days. But then he kind of won me over a little bit when he did the whole apprentice thing. I was a fan. I was a bona fide fan. But when he came out and he talked about the Mexicans are rapists and murderers, I said to myself, this man never changed. He's a piece of trash, in my opinion. Right? So I don't have a syndrome. I just don't like the guy. And if that's what you call it, as far as Bill Clinton, I was upset with Bill Clinton with the Monica Lewinsky stuff. Don't get me wrong. I was happy when he didn't lose his presidency. I was like, I didn't think he should have lost his presidency as a result of his actions. But I was upset with him when he did the Monica Lewinsky's. But the thing is, the difference I think between the Democrats is that we could see actual reality. We could see and say that when our people do wrong, right? I already said Al Franken. I talk about Al Franken. I think I spoke about Al Franken the other time. Al Franken is a prime example who was a senator that everybody loved. He was an amazing senator. He had no issues. Everybody loved him until he started going against Donald Trump. And all of a sudden, his former staff member, who happened to be Republican, who came out of Republican, had felt upset because he hugged her a little too much, or he did a little bit too much, and when he was a comedian. And once they came out and she had photos and proved that he did too much, everybody was telling Al Franken he had to resign, and he had to eventually resign. The difference between the Republicans and the Democrats is that when we find something with one of our political leaders, everybody's trying to get them to resign. Whereas the Republican will go down. They will burn in hell for their candidate. They don't give a damn what the ped. They don't care if the candidate is the ped, if they unalive somebody, if they sell rugs. They don't give a damn if they're a racist, they're a liar, they're a thief, they're a drug dealer. They don't care. They will go down in hell, under the grass, under the worm poop in order to support their candidate. That's the Republican and MAGA. The rest of us, we keep trying to get our guys out of here. So I don't know how you guys could equate the two. It just doesn't make sense to me. That statistically, that's not true. We kick our guys out all the time. Cuomo, I can name a bunch of them. We kicked them out. You know, the blind governor of Spitzer, we kicked him out. We kicked him out. All of them, we kicked them out. Once we hear one thing, we kick him out. But not the Republicans. Y'all support your guys.
Do you think the midterm elections will swing in the way of Democrats?
I have no trust for the electoral or anything. That's why I'm on a break. If it switched back to Democrat, then I'll probably come back and be outside again. I'll probably be back in Washington, D.C. and doing my advocacy stuff. But until there's a shift, I'm going to sit here and enjoy myself and talk to you and your fans once a week or twice a week. But I have no confidence at all, because I didn't think America was going to vote for Trump again. And y'all taught me a valuable lesson. That's another thing I have to give you guys credit for. Y'all opened my eyes to what America really is. What is the true definition of America? What is our white? Well, we already knew our white team men was going to vote white anyway. But you guys opened up my eyes to white tea women and the things that they feel and believe. You guys opened up my eyes with my Latino brothers and sisters. Woo, Lord, I was surprised about them. What? But you also opened my eyes with my Haitian family. My Haitian brothers and sisters also, a lot of them supported Donald Trump also. They didn't like Hillary Clinton as a result of the statement with what happened in Haiti, but they didn't like Kamala either. Like, they were like, "Nah, we don't want. We want a rich man." With the Haitian Haitian brothers and sisters in my family, they believe in wealth and money. And they all have this illusion that Donald Trump is this wealthy, smart guy that's going to bring America and they're going to put money in their pocket. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where we are. So, yeah, I don't have no trust for the midterm election. If we win, hey, Love Pink, thank you for being here. Nobody was giving me love, Pink. Thank you for being here. I have Love Pink. She'll probably get me 100,000 likes before this is over. But yes, and I'm on TikTok. So yeah, nobody. I have no confidence. No confidence. If we do swing it, and the Democrats, I want Hakeem Jeffrey to be speaker because I love him dearly. He's a great guy. I met him also in person. Very intelligent. I think he's going to do an amazing job. He ain't going to play.
They say that Hakeem is the Timu Barack Obama.
I know they were saying. I know you told me that the other day. That's ridiculous. If you know anything about Hakeem, you know that Hakeem is his own man. He's brilliant. He's intelligent, and he is the man. When I tell you that Hakeem don't play around, Hakeem don't play. Y'all keep play. Y'all want to play with Hakeem if y'all want. If he speaks when he becomes speaker, God willing, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see what Hakeem could do. Hakeem is brilliant. I'm gonna tell you right now. So yeah, so he's his own man and stuff like that. I'm sure that he had a lot of disagreement with President Obama at the time. So I know he's his own man, so I'm not worried about that.
Dom says he can't even put a sentence together.
But did y'all saw his speech though? He can't put Hakeem. Apparently you didn't see him speak. Y'all didn't see him speak when he accepted the when he took over for Hillary Clinton. I'm not Hillary Clinton. Pelosi. Y'all didn't see how he used that alphabet straight across to drag Republicans. Y'all haters. Y'all just hate. I don't like hating because y'all hate him. He's amazing. He's an amazing guy. Just pay attention. Maybe you're not listening with your 2 ears. If you listen to your 2 ears, you'll see how amazing he is. Yep.
Yeah, they're saying that Hakeem is trash.
Y'all can say that. Yeah, wait and see. Y'all just wait and see. He wouldn't have got, as a black male, he wouldn't have gotten as high as he did with a majority of the Democrats because poor Mike Johnson is having a hard time now. Tito. He wouldn't be as popular, as successful if he wasn't a brilliant guy. So I'm just telling you.
Yeah. What do you think about Nick Fuentes?
I don't know. I only listen to.
Is he the future of America?
God, well, you guys voted for Trump. I mean, maybe. I mean, he's a future. He might be the future of white teen men. You guys are the one that voted for Trump. You can't get any lower than Trump in this office. Like you voted for Donald Trump at the highest office of the United States. You can't get any higher than the White House. So anybody else that comes after him in the Republican Party wouldn't surprise us. Wouldn't surprise me. I didn't even know anything about, God rest CK, God bless him, and blessings to his family. I didn't know anything about this Nick Fuentes until I started listening to him and the Lori Loomers of the world until Donald Trump started running. They started talking mad crap. But I didn't really start listening to Nick until he started really trashing Candace Owens. I'm like, yo, this mofo is going in. Okay, he keep playing with Candace Owens if he want to. Also, I heard about that somebody was trying to beat him up, I think, outside of his house or something like that. I think that's when I heard about him. But he is a white supremacist. Just to find out the other day, I didn't hear, but apparently he's never had any he's a virgin. He's a 30-something-year-old virgin. Is that what I'm hearing?
According to him, I'm not sure.
Never even had, and that's the most interesting thing. How can you talk about women or know anything about women when you haven't even had any? You haven't even smelled it. Sorry, I'm so sorry. That's I'm getting way too comfortable with y'all. That is so inappropriate for me to say. I apologize sincerely for saying that. I'm thinking I'm talking to my friends in the street. That man don't know nothing about a woman or Panani. So I don't even understand how could he even think that he can even talk on us or even give any critical thinking when it comes to women. He's a joke. He's a child. And we need to not pay attention to this man. But the young white teen man is going to elevate this guy, so it's going to be what it is. It's going to be what it is. But He's a clown though. He's a clown though. He's another one.
He's taking the world by storm. At least the United States.
I don't think he's taking the world by storm. I think a lot of people, again, I think the MAGA community so far is going through a shift right now. They're going through a change, so they're splitting into two, maybe three. But right now, I'm seeing MAGA splitting into three. You have the Republicans, MAGA, and you have the America First. They're breaking themselves into three, and I think Nick is kind of pissing them off because he's disrespecting Trump. So I think he's trying to do the America First thing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. But white people are gonna do what white people are gonna do. We'll see. We'll see how far he goes. We'll see how far he goes. Mm-hmm.
Right. What do you think about this whole thing with Candace Owens and Erica Kirk?
Oh, that was crazy. I actually saw. I didn't. Who's? I have not seen. I saw the she had over 3 million. When I was watching it, she has over 3 million of Candace Owen description of her meeting with Erica. Right? I found Candace Owen portion of what she had to say to be very interesting. I thought that Erica was very smart to have that meeting because I think I said the last live, I said that Erica has to make 2 decisions. She has to make a decision. I said because she's trying to stand up for TP USA, and Candace Owen is not that type of female that's going to allow you to continue to disrespect her. I said either Erica gonna have to make a decision to go above the fray and not talk about Candace, or she's gonna have to do something. I said because if she says one too many things, Candace is gonna come out with a receipt of everything that Charlie had to say about his wife prior, and she's gonna start sharing receipts. So I think that Erica was like, okay, it's about to get nasty. Let me have a talk with old girl. So they had a conversation, and I thought her feedback of the meeting was very interesting. She said that she's not backing down. She's going to continue the investigation, and that she explained to Erica the pieces that she saw, what they agreed and not disagreed with. Apparently, a very big point that pissed me off, and I'm going to tell you right now that this pissed me off, and I'm calling BS on it, is the fact that Candace Owens said that Erica, during the conversation with her, this guy named George and Jonah, whatever the other guy named, it came out that Charlie Kirk, prior to his unalivement, sent out a message through Signal saying that they're going to unalive me. All this time, and then apparently Erica was said to one of the media that wasn't true. She didn't see it. She didn't see any message. She had this phone. She didn't see it. But Candace said during the conversation, Erica did confirm that she did see the message. But she said, did Candace get any copies of the message? And Candace like, no, I just was told. But in this conversation, before him, it was they. There was no identifying who they was. But she said in this one, she said that the left, that Charlie Kirk said the left is going to lie him. I'm like, this is about some bullshit. Let me tell you something. I'm going to make this perfectly clear. CK was in a YT state, in a YT college, with predominantly, if not all, YT people. Okay? That's where he mostly goes. In that area, I think it was Utah, is predominantly, I believe, Republican. Don't blame us, the black and brown people, for unaliving Charlie Kirk. We didn't care enough about that young man. God rest his soul. He did not bother us. So when they talk about, like, my concern about when people talk about the left is that they talk about black and brown people. Now, we all know that the left consists of every color in the rainbow, including white people. But when they talk about left, when they talk derogatory, they're talking about black and brown people. Please understand, black and brown people had nothing to do with what happened with Charlie Kirk. If y'all want to fight with yourselves about what happened to Charlie Kirk because it was one of y'all's, y'all do that. But we had nothing to do with it. So it's pissing me off with that. Now, in our other life, somebody came and said that they said that that the person that unalived Charlie Kirk became radicalized with leftist progressive points, and that they had a transgender lover. You see how transgender came into the picture again. They also said in the Canada, I saw Candace Live, she said that she showed a panel where one of the people said that in the charging document, I don't know if you saw the charging document, the mom said that even though they are a Republican family, that the son was having argument with the father and speaking Democratic talking points. I need to see that charge document. I need to see that. I need to see that charge document, because I find it very interesting that a mom would actually incriminate her son like that to anybody that they spoke to in the charge document. I have to see it. I have to see the period of time where she felt that her son turns so radically into a Democrat that he wanted to unalive Charlie Kirk, when they are predominantly Republican Party, where he loved to shoot, where he loved to hunt, where he wear the American flag t-shirt. What the hell happened to him that now she's blaming the left for turning her son? I mean, I have to see the charging document. I still call BS on it. But either way, like I said, it's a conversation that has to be done with the YT people, because he wasn't one of us. So I don't know what else to talk about. I don't know what else to say about that.
All right. So we're down to our last 6 minutes. So I guess I'll take a moment just to explain where we're going to be going in the future. We have Jasmine Crockett that's going to be coming on the channel. I see some people talking about her. So hopefully when she comes on, you guys don't be so brutal toward her. I also have one of her counterparts coming on the channel. I think he's going to be on either Saturday or Monday. So we have a lot of people coming through.
Wow.
Also, could you tell them a little bit about yourself and how they can support your channel?
Yes, I am Mama Flip. I have 2 channels. I have Mama Flip Plots. That's MamaFlipSlots. I would love everyone to join that particular channel specifically, because I'm trying to get over 10,000 subscribers. I also have a much smaller channel which only have 92 subscribers, and that is MamaFlipLive. I put both of my name, as you can see on the link. I am, again, a Black woman in New York. I'm very politically connected in a lot of ways. But I'm also the moms of Flip, Queen's Flip, and that's it. And Mel and I, we met each other at the Diddy trial, and we became friends, and he asked me to be part of his show, and I'm very excited to be here.
All right. Some people say that you look like a Mamdani supporter. What do you think about that?
All right. So here's the thing. I can't talk about the office because I work for the office, so I can't talk about it.
Okay. Very good.
That's one subject. That's one subject. I work for the morning. I started on the Dinkins. I've been there for 32 years. I can never talk about the office. I am so sorry. And that's it. That's the agreement that I have with my conflict of interest board in order to do all that. All of this. I promise them I can talk. I can do anything else except for talk about my job. So
now they're gonna know that you're big time.
Oh, I'm huge. I tell you, I'm her. I keep telling you I'm her. I don't want to believe me because I look like a regular Black woman. I am definitely her. I'm just letting y'all know I can't talk about the office and stuff like that. What I will say, to just as respect to you, is that my favorite administration was the Dinkin administration, which was my first. And the reason why I love the Dinkin administration so much is because he was such a kind man. Like, working under him, it was like one big happy family. There was a lot of shenanigans going on, but it was a fun times working with him. The mayor that I was most successful under was Bloomberg. That's when I got promoted and my salary doubled. The mayor that I'm most disappointed is, you guys could guess it, I'm not going to name it. And everybody else has just been a different administration. They all came in with their own agendas to make changes and stuff like that. And they all did what they felt they had to do to make a name for themselves and to serve New York. And I think that's as much as I could give y'all guys.
Okay, so this is for Mr. How Hot. I have to speak to you directly. So if you disagree with her coming on the channel, that's okay. But remember, I'm very unbiased.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Not okay, not you.
Oh.
It's not about you, but
Okay.
Remember, I'm very unbiased, so you're here to support me or what have you. So you could still come and be supportive. I would like to have you here. All right. So Vado says she has a beautiful smile. This is the comment that Mr. Hot says. I'm gonna have to miss that one talking about Jasmine Crockett when she comes on the channel.
Oh, okay. But I think Mr. I'm surprised at you, Mr. How. To be honest with you, I've been reading your comment. He had a lot of, even though I completely disagree with your statement, you have a lot of things to say. So I'm very surprised that you wouldn't want to come up and actually make your statements to Jasmine, like the same way that you speak to me. You need to be able to do that with her. I mean, don't be disrespectful. I haven't found you to be disrespectful. I found you to be, you're not calling me out of my name and stuff like that. But I think you have a lot of things to say. And I think everybody who has a lot of things to say should be able to come to the channel and see Watching the World and give your statements. I mean, that just as long as it's respectful, we don't have to agree to disagree. I mean, we don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree. So I'm surprised that he wouldn't want to come on and just tell Jasmine as what he thinks, give his opinion, So I'm surprised with that.
All right. Vinny says you seem kind of smart, but you're brainwashed.
I'm not brainwashed at all. That's the thing. That's the thing, Vinny, that you don't get it. Like, I'm not brainwashed at all. I could see all sides. You just don't like what I have to say. Okay. But I'm not brainwashed. How am I brainwashed? I've been part of the political party since at least when did people die unalive? 2008. I started becoming very politically engaged when it came to pew violence. Prior to that, I didn't care anything about politics. I didn't really vote or anything like that. I was a woman, mom, raising 2 kids and stuff like that, going to work every day. I didn't think politics had anything to do with me. It's when pew violence directly impacted me that I started looking at why is pews coming to our community so readily. And that's when I started becoming more interested in gun violence. And also I started caring about my community, and I started caring about the devastation of hurricanes and the fact that we have global warming. That's what I became into. And once I became interested in politics, even though I worked for the office for 32 years, I was the least political person in my office. I didn't care about none of that. I started becoming interested because I started realizing that in order to make changes in our community, we needed to know about politics, all form of politics. I've met with Republicans. I met with Democrats when it comes to the pew violence issue. I've done it. I've had conversations, Marine. We connected on being part of the military. I'm not one of them. I'm telling you, I was very angry at MAGA from 2016 to 2020 because they voted one of the most racist and predatory person in office, and I was pissed off. I'm like, I thought America was better than that. It's not that I have a problem with the Republicans. I have a problem with Donald Trump. That's the thing. I was mad at Bush, right? The other president I was mad at, angry at, was President Bush because my nephew was unalive in Iraq as a result of the lies that were so after 9/11. I was angry with him. I didn't want to have anything acknowledge Bush, but even him, I am able to acknowledge that he was the president of the United States. I'm upset with Trump. If you guys come back with another Republican, we could disagree and have a conversation, but this particular entity is such a disgrace to America. That's what I'm mad about. That's what I'm mad about. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm no longer as mad as I used to be. So yeah, so I'm not brainwashed. I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Just do statistics and look at them. Just do your own studies. You'll see exactly what I see. But go ahead. You were saying that. I'm sorry.
All right. So I was reached out to by Tory Lane's father. So I want to make sure I put out the video to bring awareness to this whole situation for Tory Lane's. I don't want to give my position on it at all, but I will show the video.
Oh, you don't want me to give my position?
Yeah, you can. You can give yours.
Okay.
I have to fully research the entire case in my own way before I could say yes or no. So anyway, let's check out his new release from yesterday. see, we don't have
that I
sound.
would do anything of this monstrous proportion.
Okay, here
Tonight,
we go.
rapper Tory Lanez breaking his silence in his first ever broadcast interview from behind bars since being found guilty of shooting Grammy winner Megan Thee Stallion in the foot outside a party in 2020.
I've never been violent towards a woman. I would never hit a woman, let alone shoot a woman.
Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, spoke to NBC News from California Men's Colony, a prison where he's 3 years into a 10-year sentence after being found guilty on 3 felony counts, including assault with a semi-automatic firearm.
There is definitely a very big misconception about me that seems to the public as I'm this monster. And I feel like I was catapulted into this poster child for the unprotection of Black women. And it's just so unlike me. And I've never really had a chance to express that. But you can look at my criminal record. I don't have one. I never had one. And I feel like, you know, that connotation that I would do anything of this monstrous proportion is just, it's completely incorrect and it's wrong.
Lanez declined to testify during his 2022 trial.
Do you regret not taking the stand?
I think if I would have taken the stand, the verdict would have definitely been very different.
The rapper's legal team filed an appeal, which was denied in November. But his team is continuing to fight, with plans to file multiple appeals next week, this time with the California Supreme Court, in one claiming newly discovered evidence that they weren't provided during Lanez's 2022 trial, including hundreds of pages of medical records for Megan Thee Stallion, whose real name is Megan Pete, which they allege raise questions about the fragments removed from her foot after surgery. His team argues that the fragments were not provided ahead of trial and that this was a violation of due process.
And we didn't have that chance. Or perhaps we could have questioned the doctors differently when they were on stand to impeach them, because it does look suspicious.
But in the appeal denied in November, the court did address the fragments, ruling that the surgeon's testimony was, quote, more than sufficient to prove great bodily injury on Pete. Proving something like this on appeal is tough.
This is a really, really difficult appellate argument for defendants to prove because they have to show if the evidence.
So you're in court a lot. I'm in court a lot. Is this helping his case?
I don't know if it's helping this case, but I think that the continuous fight, if I was a defendant and I was him, I would continuously fight too to get released. You know, I don't think that having the doctor there to talk about the fragment, unless you could prove the fragment is not the bullets like they said, because some people say it was glass. I don't think it was going to help him because the charges was the actual weapon itself, having the weapon in the car, discharging the weapon. It's the weapon itself, not and some of the charges has to do with harming her, but the other 2 charges has to do with the weapon themselves. He wasn't supposed to have the weapon in the car to even have this incident happen. So if I was if I was him and his family, yes, I would continue to pursue the appellate court in order to get a new trial, obviously. But I have to say that I'm 100% supportive of Megan. You know, I definitely think that something happened to her. I definitely think that that he was involved. Based on the jail call that they had, it proved to me, even though some people said, oh, he may not have been talking about that. He may have been apologizing because he was a cheater. But I definitely felt that the prison call, where it appeared to me like he admitted that he did something. But I think even if none of that happened, I just think that his whole behavior when the incident happened, because initially a lot of people are upset because they said that Megan lied, right? A lot of people was like, oh, she's a liar, we shouldn't believe her. The thing is, I don't think that Megan wanted this to come out. I think his behavior on social media led to us being in this position of him being charged. I think that if he had just was more humble, you understand what I'm saying, and he just left it alone and not, you know, it was just too much. He did too much. I think that's what got him in there. And I don't know if his behavior is changing. I know that it looked like that he's more humble now because of what happened to him, you know, but I don't know if his behavior is going to change to the point where he would just get empathy, except for the people who just automatically empathize with him already. But I just don't know. There's nothing about him to me that takes accountability of what happened. You understand what I'm saying? It's almost like to me, it's almost like the Diddy trial. It's just they want sympathy, and the fact that he said, this is the prime example. He said that he never did anything to any women, right? And I'm thinking that he's talking about some type of domestic violence. There's nothing that's been said as far as him doing domestic violence, but even his action that day, and I know he's a young man, but even his action that day, which caused all of this issue. I mean, he was trying to get with the young Jenner. I mean, what's it? Is it Kelsey? He was doing all kind of nonsense with her in the pool that got Megan and the Chelsea, I think her name is Chelsea, into this whole conflict. So I don't know. It's just his demeanor just shows me that he's just a wild young man, and I could just see him putting himself in that situation. But with all of that said, I think everyone should use every legal means to get themselves out. And if that means he should fight to get an appeal. Yeah. I don't think he's going to win though. But I think he should fight an appeal. I think he has a better chance of getting a pardon from Donald Trump than him being let out in appeal. That's just my 2 cents on that.
Was it federal though?
Isn't it federal? Why do I think they keep saying that he's looking for a pardon?
I'm not sure. He could have had state charges. I'm not sure. I'll have to do my research and get back to you. I do believe
most women, yes. To answer your question, I do believe most women.
Yeah, I'm only getting into it because his father reached out to me, so that's why. But I have to go back. I didn't really put a lot of time into his case like I did with Diddy. So Diddy, I communicate with his family. But if it was the same case, then I would.
See my eyes rolling at you. You can with what family? No, that's not the conversation.
Listen, hold on. Let me make this clear. I went to court with Diddy's family, his mother, and everybody for 9 weeks. So I'm gonna meet. I met his twins. I meet everybody. That doesn't mean anything beyond that. But they do follow the channel. So whatever you say, you can.
I was in court with them every single day.
Okay.
And I saw them in the lunchroom. I never approached them. I never talked to them. In fact, when they were walking out the door, I would make sure I stepped back while they walk in front of me. When they got in the elevator, I made sure I wasn't in the same elevator with them. The only person that I spoke to was the godson, and that because someone introduced me. I forgot who introduced me to him, and I didn't want to be rude. So I spoke to him, and then we had a conversation on live that is on YouTube about how I felt about the case, and I was completely honest. He's the only one I ever even said hi to, is because somebody introduced me to it. I did not speak to the family whatsoever, so you didn't have to speak to the family.
Yeah, when I covered Trump's case, I talked to some of his associates. I talked to Todd Blanche. So it's just the nature of being in court with people,
I guess because the other day I spoke to Mark the other day outside, and I spoke to his wife Karen in regards to the Ouija. I am trying to become more of a journalist mindset to talk to everybody and less than a commentator. But I think that my whole thing is that I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to stand in front of them and act as if I'm supporting their cause when I'm not. So that's why I'm sort of like, that's why I don't feel comfortable in talking to them or being around them, because I'm outside saying that your family member is the worst piece of trash, and then I'm going to look at you and smile in your face and talk to you. I'm not going to do that, So
yes, yeah, I never do that. I only focus on the person that's on trial. So when it came to his family, I don't have any beef with them. So
yeah, you're great. You're great with that. Me, I'm different.
Yeah, I get it. All right. Mr. How Hot, last comment of tonight, other than Stella. Stella, thank you so much. She be holding us down.
Thank you, Stella. Thank you.
She's a heavy hitter, I tell you. Mr. How Hot says women lie on other women all the time.
Women do lie on other women, and women lie on men, and everybody lie. But the thing is that we know, and this is what I think that frustrates me. We know for many, many years, our moms, our grandmothers, our aunties have been abused for many years and nobody believed them. All right. We know this is why the Me Too movement was such a powerful movement for a short time. We know this. Automatically, we would not believe women unless they're receipt. My Black sisters are a prime example of a community that I'm very disappointed in. The pushback that I got in supporting the survivors of Diddy trial, and it's all love, and I'm not mad at them, and they're not mad at me, but the pushback I got from them because they refused to believe Cassie or any of the other ladies because of Diddy. Now we're hearing more information coming out. Prime example, when Cassie did that lawsuit, you guys, people drag Cassie. When I read that lawsuit, I'm like, yeah, I believe that. I could see that happening, but everybody dragged it until they saw the video. It's just ridiculous. Like, people are tend to believe the men, and I don't know why. I don't know why, because we know that men has tendencies, women too, but men has tendencies to go and get whatever they want by any means necessary. They don't care. So I can never understand. That's why I always lead with believing women. Now, if the women prove to be wrong, then I'm more than happy to say that the woman was wrong. Like, no, I don't believe her. I mean, she lied. You know, there was some like Jaguar Wright and some of the other ladies that came out with a lot of interesting story, and I'm being kind. I'm like, yeah, that didn't sound right. The one that says that was it Jay-Z that Jay-Z did something wrong, and then she saw him. Was it Jay-Z that she saw at the concert? That she drove, her friend drove 2 hours. Her father had to pick her up and stuff like that. I was like, girl, unless you have receipts, I'm not gonna believe that story because that's just a little too much. But initially, I was like, okay, let me listen to her. But then when she did the interview at the CBS interview, I'm like, yeah, I'm not believing it. So I could tell the differences, at least in my opinion, who I believe is lying or not. But I do lead with believing women because for so many centuries we didn't.
All right, very good. Well, it's been a great night. We went far over the time, but it was well worth it. A great show indeed. I look forward to next week, Friday night, or Thursday night, rather. That's our night. 8 p.m., right?
Yes, we're going to try 8 p.m. We always go a little after. I'm sorry about that. We're just setting up, but 8 p.m. we're going to try. Wait a minute. Next week is Christmas. Are we coming in for Christmas?
Oh, okay. Next week is Christmas, right?
Yeah, next week Christmas. I don't know if we can do Christmas after. I don't know.
All right, so we'll revise and recalculate.
If I'm here, I don't mind doing it. Once the kids open up the gift and everything, I don't mind doing Christmas. But you just have to let me know if you're ready, because it'll be nice to have a Christmas show.
Okay, I can go either way. It doesn't matter to me. So, all right. So I'll see you next week. Either way, we'll figure it out. But thank you so much. Would you be so kind to leave the good folks with a good word?
Thank you so much, guys, especially my mega brothers and sisters and stuff like that, for coming in and giving me your opinion and listening to my opinion. Again, I'm no longer angry with you guys. I am learning every day as far as having these conversations and just, being a little bit more open-minded as your thoughts. I totally disagree with y'all, but I'm being more open-minded. And I appreciate the fact that Mel has me here, find me interesting enough to ask me to come and co-host this live. I do enjoy it every week. I have a lot of things to say. And thank you for just welcoming me and allowing me to say my 2 cents.
All right.
Follow Mama Flip Slot channel. Thank you.
Okay, that's all. That's what I was about to say. Just say it one more time for the road.
Yes, Mama Flip Slot channel.
All right.
MAFLIPSLOTS. Please follow the channel.
And give Grandma Flips my regards.
I did, and she said, "Thank you so much." We played. You know what you sent us. Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun, and she says she hoped that you could come and watch us again.
All right, we'll do. Thank you so much. Have a good night, and thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight as well.
Bye, guys. Happy holidays. If we don't see you guys, happy holidays.
Very good.
Different voices, but the same song. Loving a world where we all belong. Kindness leading the way, breaking the chains. In the symphony of love. love, the thing remains. Embracing diversity, brighter days in sight. Watching the world sharing love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. Colors of harmony, painting the night. United we stand in love's pure might. Watching the world sharing love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. The colors of harmony, painting the night. United we stand in love's pure might.